I'm an anthropologist, okay, so I have a certain bent that way. But I think what everyone is saying shows something which is fundamental about human nature, even in the face of technology and everything else that's happening today. And that is, people want to experience life as if it's small scale. Socially small scale, spatially small scale, experientially small scale. In other words, you have direct access to people and things.
We want our cell phone network to work around the globe seamlessly, but when we have a problem, we want John at Verizon to fix it. So I'd say we want small scale when we need help. But in the global world, I want to know that whatever city, country, world I land in, everything works just like it does in my apartment.
Okay, and I agree with you, but I would say it slightly differently. When we need sort of instrumentality or functionality, then we want small scale, you're saying. Mm-hmm. I think we also want small scale in terms of just being. You know, the experience of being a human being. That has no functionality other than being.
Somebody like I'm just going to go back to Disney because they see, let's say Walt Disney World in Orlando, they see millions and millions and millions of people a year. The guests tell them, because they're constantly checking in with their guests, that one of the big things that they want from them is to be treated like an individual and to be treated special. So how do you treat millions and millions and millions of people? Granted, they have 60,000 employees there, but it's impossible. So then what you have to understand is, how do I make them feel like they're being treated like an individual? And there's a subtle difference there, but if I can make you feel like you're being treated as an individual and that you're not part of these millions of people, or even just the thousands that happen to be there for the day. And it really, so I do believe you can create emotional connections. The challenge is that once you do that, they raise the bar higher and higher. It gets more and more difficult to exceed expectations each time. If I go to Disney 10 times, by the 11th time I'm expecting something super fantastic, because all of the stuff you did for me these 10 times are now meeting expectations. Now I expect them from you. So what are you going to do for me the 11th time I come, or the 12th time I come? And all of the premier organizations know this. I mean, these are the things that they focus on. How do I make Peter feel special if he's been to Disney 20 times? 30 times. He started coming when he's 8, and now he comes and he brings his kids and his kids. You know, that's the challenge. Once you commit to that grabbing that kind of loyalty.
We talked about culture, and I think that would kind of be my answer is, if you can tweak the culture, that's scalable. So if you tweak the culture at Disney and that kind of organically and incrementally spreads throughout the organization, you're able to scale it out to the masses. I don't know. I'd love to hear what everybody else thinks about that. I mean, Tony Hsieh, what does he say?